I hadn't set foot in that sprawling suburban house in Bethesda for nearly a year. The manicured lawns stretched out like a facade, the kind that screamed old money without saying a word. My folks, Richard and Sophia, had always kept everything picture perfect, the hedges trimmed, the silver polished, the illusions intact. I pulled into the driveway, engine idling as I gripped the steering wheel, staring at the colonial-style home where I'd spent my childhood. If you could call surviving it that. I'd brought a small gift for Mom, a vintage brooch I'd found at an estate sale. She never outright asked for things, but her expectations hung in the air like unspoken judgments. The scent hit me as soon as I cracked the door, lavender cleaner masking something sharper, almost chemical. My boots clicked against the hardwood floors, echoing in the empty hall. "Alara," Mom said, emerging from the shadows. Her voice flat. No embrace. No warmth, just my name. Like a summons. They were already at the table when I entered the dining room. Crystal glasses catching the chandelier's glow. Place settings aligned with military precision. I spotted the name cards right away. Elegant script on heavy cardstock for everyone but me. My spot? A rickety side chair shoved against the wall. No card. No folded napkin. I told myself it was an oversight, but the knot in my gut knew better. No one acknowledged me as I sat. A few glances. Nothing more. My sister Olivia flashed a perfunctory smile before diving back into her tablet, probably sealing another high-end real estate deal in D.C. My brother Ethan nodded curtly. The way you'd tip a valet. Dinner unfolded like a scripted board meeting. Olivia dominated with tales of her latest commission, a penthouse in Georgetown, complete with celebrity clients. Ethan jumped in about his fintech app, revolutionizing personal finance with blockchain, already courting investors from Silicon Valley. Dad and Mom nodded along, their faces lit with genuine pride, hanging on every word. I waited for a pause, a crack in the armor of their self-congratulation. "I got that promotion at the advocacy group," I said, keeping my voice steady. "We just secured funding for the community health initiative." Mom waved it off like swatting a gnat. "That's sweet. Honey," she murmured, eyes already back on Olivia. I stared at my plate, the generic fork feeling foreign in my hand. Everyone else's utensils bore the family monogram. Details matter, Mom always preached. No monogram for me, no details. No mattering. The sting deepened. Salt in an old wound. I tried again. It's a real milestone. I've poured everything into this for years. Dad set down his knife, his tone even, slicing deeper than any blade. "You're the disappointment of the family, Alara. Always have been." No one gasped. Olivia scraped her fork louder. Ethan smirked, muttering, "Harsh but fair." The silence that followed was the real killer, Mom sipping her Chardonnay like it was just another Tuesday. Dad resuming his meal. They meant it. Every one of them. Memories flooded back, forgotten at soccer practice. Blamed for the spilled paint in the garage because I should have prevented it. I folded my napkin deliberately, placed it beside my uneaten food. Then I met their eyes, one by one, cold and unflinching. No reactions. And in that moment, something inside me snapped free. I smiled, not from happiness, but from the birth of resolve. "You have no clue what you've unleashed," I thought. After dinner, I lingered in the kitchen. Old habits dying hard. I always cleared plates to stay relevant, to earn a scrap of visibility. But when I reached for the stack, Mom dismissed me. "All set, dear." Olivia handled it. Her words landed like a door shutting. Ethan and Olivia lounged in the den, sharing a laugh over some inside joke, their bond unbreakable. I stood there, invisible. Then poured myself a glass of the infused water from the pitcher labeled Ease Detox. Mom had always prepared it special for me. Said it was for my sensitive system. The first sip tasted off bitter. Metallic. Not the usual citrus tang. I set it down. Called out, "Mom, is this a new recipe?" She didn't turn. "Just lemon and herbs. Sweetheart. Maybe your palate's off from all that stress." Olivia piped up without looking. "Or guilt for dragging down the vibe with your little win." No corrections. No laughs, just acceptance. I left the glass half full. In the living room. They scattered. Ethan texting deals. Mom nursing herbal tea on the sofa. I placed the brooch box on the coffee table. She glanced at it. How thoughtful. Then back to the news. No unwrapping. No thanks. I sat on the armrest. Hands clasped. Remembering the handmade card I'd given her at 13. "You overdo it," she'd said. I stopped trying after that. The next morning, I grabbed my coat from the hall closet. Passing the mudroom, I glimpsed a donation bin. There, atop old coats, sat the brooch box unopened. Discarded. Not forgotten. Deliberately dismissed. I left without farewells. On the drive back to my DC apartment, excuses swirled. Maybe she misplaced it. Maybe it was for charity. But truth cut through. I'd excused them for decades so they wouldn't have to. A quote echoed in my mind: "When people show you who they are, believe them." Home. I poured plain water. Sipped it clean. No aftertaste. I crumpled the planner note, "Family dinner. Maybe they'll value me this time," and trashed it. Not bitter. Not furious. Just awake. I woke with a fire in my throat. Raw and unrelenting. Not a cold, something invasive. Wrong. Dizzy. I chugged water. Blamed the dry guest room air. Hands trembling. I drove to the clinic. Whispering. Push through. My colleague Mia spotted it instantly. "You okay?" I lied. Minutes later. The floor rushed up, voices fading. Lights blinding. I surfaced in a hospital bed. For dripping. A nurse frowning at charts. "Your tests show chemical exposure. Non-lethal. But concerning, possible ingestion." My stomach plummeted. The detox water. Who called my emergency contact? "Mia tried your mom." No pickup. 6 calls. 0 responses. If I'd flatlined, they'd bill the estate before noticing. Mia sat vigil. Silent solidarity her gift. I whispered. They called me the disappointment. Guess I proved it. She met my eyes. "No. You proved you're the survivor they never saw coming." Discharged with rest orders. I ignored them. Back home. An email alert pinged, a shared family calendar I'd forgotten. Inside, a stray message thread. Likely synced from Ethan's account. "Alara's back. Handle it better this time. Mom, stronger dose. Or cut her out clean. Olivia, tell her she's done." Cold. Calculated. No emojis. No regrets. I reread it. Breath shallow. Not rejection, coordination. I screenshotted. Backed up to cloud and drive. That night. Phone off. Location disabled. I stared in the mirror. "They don't want you," I said aloud. "But you won't vanish quietly." The lights flickered. I stood firm. Sleep evaded me post-hospital. So I dug through old digital files. In estate plans, my name glared from the original will, equal heir. I called Grandpa's former attorney, feigning curiosity about transfers. He sighed. "Alara, you were removed 6 months back. Your mother authorized." The line went dead in my ears. "Of course," I murmured. That evening, Olivia's email arrived. Delano Vision Summit. Corporate slick. Buzzwords like alignment and legacy. I itched to delete. But clarity trumped comfort. I showed up at sunset. Coat on. Claiming the unmarked seat by the bread basket. In my bag, the old will print out. Dinner droned on. Olivia quipped about my talent for fading into the background during a childhood vacation story. Laughter rippled. I observed the orchestration. After plates cleared, I slid the document to Dad. He peeked. Frowned. You weren't meant to see this. It's cleaner this way. Cleaner for whom? Silence. Driving home. Cleaner, echoed. Not about inheritance, about excision. I'd co-signed Ethan's bad loans. Covered his messes. Useful in shadows. Disposable in light. I scanned the doc. Filed it under proof. Before bed. Tap water only. If they're erasing my story, I vowed. I'll author the sequel. Days blurred in stasis. Apartment heavy with unspoken weight. Uneaten meals moldered. Scrolling socials. I found their photo, Richard. Sophia. Olivia. Ethan beaming at a family retreat. Caption, building our future. I was the ghost in the frame. Cleaning unearthed a high school shoebox, tickets. Notes. A dusty USB labeled, Housekeeper 2010. Plugged in. An audio file played. Scratchy voice, our old maid. MS. Rivera. Don't include her in the will. She's weak. She'll move on. Mom, keep her distracted. Olivia's laugh in the background. Timestamp matched a grounding for overreacting. I'd overheard whispers. Mom gaslit me. Planned exclusion. 3 days later. Mail run to the house. New cleaner. Young. Unquestioning. On the counter, Ease Cleanse bottle. Sniffed it, acrid. Familiar. Photo snapped. Replaced. That night. The label haunted. E for Alara. Not energize. Routine poison. Subtle sabotage. I compiled audio. Bottle pic. Loan transfers. Printed a childhood photo, me at science fair. Alone with my project. You weren't imagining, I told her. New folder, my archive. A misdirected email, Delano Gala flyer. Glossy PDF. Family quotes on resilience. Them posed perfectly, me cropped out. Deliberate erasure. I crashed the event in white. Unobtrusive yet unignorable. Circled edges. Watched Sophia schmooze donors. A family acquaintance, you seem grounded now. Sophia interjected, she's learning emotional control. About time. Silk-wrapped barb. I smiled. Knowing the pattern. Spotted Dad by pamphlets. Handed an envelope, old will. Bottle photo. History needs footnotes, I whispered. He stared. Silent. Sophia's speech, praising Olivia's science fair triumph. But it was mine, the hypothesis. The build. The win. Rewritten history. I grabbed a flyer. Red-penned, erased daughter, still here. Placed it at the podium. Walked out. Home. I posted cryptically. Silence protects the guilty. Visibility honors the truth. Views climbed, family eyes among them. Phone off. I waited. Security footage from my neighbor's cam caught Mom at the sink. Pouring from a bleach bottle into my pitcher. No flinch, methodical. Still saved. Emailed to Dad blank. His text, not what it seems. Talk. My reply, I'm done asking. Mail brought Olivia's wedding invite, my name struck through. Note, exclude. Photo added to archive. Print shop, posters of bleach pour and invite. Bottom, family, not always picture perfect. Tubed. Ready. Journal entry, you made me outsider, now I'm the keeper of truths. Serafina's voicemail, wait. Olivia's, back off. Alara. We have dirt too. Saved as evidence. 3 days on. At the foundation fundraiser. Envelope in hand, bleach still. Invite. Texts. Audio. My note, truth endures. Placed on donor table. Watched chaos unfold, phones buzzing. Whispers spreading. A leaked line. Thank God she never had kids, passing that weakness. Room froze. Sophia approached, point made. Me, no. Just reclaiming mine. I took the mic, I was Delano until inconvenient. They stopped pretending, I stopped vanishing. Walked out. Dad's text, come fix this. Ignored. Fixing fractures isn't denying them. Relocated to Austin Airlighter. Life mine. Boxes unpacked slowly, plants. Books. Mementos of my wins. Phone checks minimal. Peace, not absence of noise, but of justification. Grandpa Edwin called, proud of you. Kid. Write your story. A real estate alert. Family home sold. No triumph, relief. Letter arrived, Edwin's. Predated. Legacies in character. You're mine. Enclosed, us gardening. Muddy and joyful. I cried. Healed. Hosted dinner, friends. Laughter. Mismatched vibes. Served on the brooch set equivalent, a reclaimed set. Gifts find right homes. That night. New doc, the disappointment's record. Backspaced. The survivor's truth.